Jacksonville State soccer embarking on a road trip this weekend, headed to Morehead State and to Eastern Kentucky. Two-game swing, play at Morehead State Friday afternoon, and then on Sunday afternoon at Eastern Kentucky. Our ladies 1-1 in the league as they begin this week's play. Lindsey Jackson, one of the seniors on this year's squad, 4 years in the program. Is that hard to believe right now?
Yeah, I cannot believe I'm a senior. It feels like I just started yesterday.
We'll go back to when it all started. How'd you end up at Jacksonville State?
Well, I basically just sent out emails to a bunch of different colleges that I thought were interesting. I liked the campus or the location, and Julie Carlson, who was the prior coach, emailed me back and just stayed in really good contact, and I formed a close relationship with her, visited a couple times, really liked the campus, and I just ended up signing here. And
you're from Marietta, Georgia, so being close to home, did that play a part?
Yes, that was a big part. I didn't want to go too far, like 3 hours, because I didn't have a car, and it would be hard for me to visit my family. And an hour and a half, it's tucked away in the mountains, so it's nice. It was just far enough to be far away from home, but just close enough to where I could visit if I wanted to. So
well, it's worked out well. You played in over half the contest, I think, in your freshman year, and your playing time has steadily increased since then.
Yeah, it's increased. I've had a lot more playing time in the past 2 seasons, so that's nice because I'm finally finding a role on the team, and that's good.
All right, let's go back to Friday, the win over Tennessee Martin. 3 times in your career you'd played them. It had to be real sweet to beat that bunch Friday night.
Yeah, all the hard work that we put in the past 4 years felt 100% worth it on Friday night. It was amazing. It was such a great win.
Most satisfying win for you since you've been here?
Definitely, easily. Like, I felt like we had won the conference on that night, and when everyone ran out, it was just insane. And like I said, it made everything seem worth it this season and the past 4 years. So
off-season workouts and then the camp and all that stuff, all that time in the summer in the sunshine made it worthwhile, right?
Yes, all the time in the heat, the running up the mountain, carrying the telephone pole up the mountain, all of it was worth it on that night.
Those are some of the things you'll remember when you leave here, right?
Yeah, I don't want to, but I probably will for the rest of my life.
Is this the most talented team overall that you've played on since you've been here?
Yeah, easily, definitely. Everyone, the talent we have is impeccable. We could definitely win the conference. It's just a matter of focus and stuff. So.
All right, you are a biology major. How do you balance your classroom and your studies with soccer?
It's a struggle, but I'm finally actually starting to get the hang of it. I had a paper due today that I finished 2 days ago, which is epic because my freshman year it would have been I was finishing the day of. So I'm finally starting to get the hang of it now that I'm graduating. But it's definitely a struggle. A lot of time spent in the library. It's probably my second home compared to the field and the locker room. So.
All right, before we sat down, we had to hurry and do this because you've got a lab to get to. What, biochemistry?
Biochemistry, yes. Biochemistry.
I don't even want to know. All right, what do you want to do with a biology degree?
I would like to go into epidemiology or environmental health, which a lot of people don't know what epidemiology is. It's the study of infectious diseases and their pathology and how, basically how diseases are spread and how to stop them from spreading. I just want to help out people from getting sick and preventing illness. And
so, as we talk the Ebola outbreak, I mean, this is something you've been studying and something that really interests you, right?
Yeah, it's definitely right up my alley. I've been on top of all of the news coverage and information about it. That's something that I would love to do. I wish I was already in my career field so I could work on it right now, but I mean, it's just something that motivates me to get really into the field.
Is there any of that carries over to the soccer field at any time while you're out there?
No, not at all, actually. It's no relation whatsoever, so soccer's a good escape, I guess.
Well, yeah, get out there for those the practices and the games. This weekend, the road trip, anything special you remember about other games in your career against Morehead State or Eastern Kentucky?
Not really. The past 3 years haven't gone as well as we would have liked, so the games haven't been as memorable as I hope the games will be this year. I'm really looking forward to this year setting a new precedent for our team and what's expected from our team, kind of like what we did on Friday. So I'm just looking forward to making a new good memory against Morehead and EKU and these teams. So.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks.
Jacksonville State soccer embarking on its longest and first road trip in Ohio Valley Conference play this weekend at Morehead State Friday, then at Eastern Kentucky on Saturday. Smile, Coach. You beat Tennessee Martin Friday night. Got off to a great start in the league with the home win here on Friday night. biggest win for you in this your second year as head of the Jacksonville State program, right?
Yeah, definitely. Very, very pleased with the performance on Friday. We played very, very well offensively and defensively for the 90 minutes. Our transitions were good. The whole team was mentally engaged in what we were trying to do, and I think that we deserved the win.
You control just about every aspect of the game against Tennessee Martin.
Yeah, they're a very good team, very athletic team, and we did a good job. I think our system worked well against them, and we kept we had large amount of the possession, which is good, and we created some very good chances throughout the course of the game.
All right, was there a little bit of a letdown going into Sunday's game at Murray State?
Very much so. I was very disappointed on Sunday. I felt like we weren't mentally in tune to what what the job was and what we needed to do. And
is that a sort of a growing pain in a program like this?
I think so. I hope so. And I think that we've talked about it at length this week and about the letdown and the girls were very disappointed at the end of it with themselves, which is a good sign. And we've addressed some of those issues, and we've had another great week of practice this week. So I think I believe that if we're going to do well consistently, we have to train well consistently, and I will say that we're doing that.
All right, long road trip Friday afternoon, and then the Sunday contest at Eastern Kentucky. Obviously, you want to win them both, but the old axiom on the road, try to split and win all the home games and split on the road. Would you be happy coming back with at least one win in this one?
Yeah. I mean, I think that when like you say, the travel is tough, and it is big distances that we're having to cover. But we're going to approach both games to win both games, and they're two very, very different teams. So it's interesting. Our training sessions have had two very different approaches this week as well. We're going to train when we get in to Moorhead on Thursday at their place. They have a different surface to play at on the football field, and that is a challenge for us.
Some turf like we have here at Burgess Snow.
Yeah, complete, and so it's completely changes the game completely. Quicker, ball bounces higher. It's very tight, obviously, and we like to play on a big field and use all the space. So we're going to have to change a few things about what we do on Friday, and then get back on Sunday against EKU and really play our game, I guess, again on Sunday.
The matchups with those two, do you have some matchups that are in your favor against Moorhead and EKU? Yeah,
I mean, I think so. I think we're in a good place athletically and speed-wise with most of the teams in the league. Moorhead are very direct and they're very aggressive, so that'll present a challenge. And again, on that surface, it will present a different type of challenge than we've had this year. I think we've talked about how we're going to approach it and how we're going to do things, and if the girls all buy into it and the mentality is correct, we'll do fine.
Any surprises from the first week of play within league action?
Not too many, I don't think. I think it's going to be a very tight league. I think there's a lot of good quality teams, and a lot of it will come down to who can maybe get a run of good results and put a few together.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.
Jacksonville State women on the road. They'll play at Moorhead State Friday afternoon at 5, and then at noon Sunday at Eastern Kentucky.